One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Yellow Jackets will put toe together and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Syracuse's offense will get the first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to ride this running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Got it in the middle. It's Gill. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Syracuse mere inches away from a third down conversion. They'll run the sneak for it. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Caught in the backfield. It's Cook. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing into wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for space. It's Willis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
A lot of things have gone right for this offense, but I think this quarterback right now is playing with a little too much confidence. He held the football way too long that time in the pocket, and he ended up taking a hit, which forced the incompletion. He's got to keep playing fast. The ball has got to get out quicker.
Punt is on its way. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets offense will have its first possession of the game. Dropping back, it's King. Puts it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'll send the back in motion. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got his man downfield. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Rivers. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's King. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. A designed run for the quarterback. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Power score. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clement. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Gill. At midfield, he's got room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Unloads it left. Got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Using the quick game. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded. You were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And the try is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's King. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle. It's Haynes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. Already find a hole in that secondary. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Yellow Jackets, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game. Man, how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down?
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
Trying to bully their way in. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. That touchdown puts him up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Willis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but dude.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. A quick pass to the left.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's King. Unloads to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They boot it away. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The sure hands, it's Gibb. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And here comes the offense on second down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Willis. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. That's caught. It's Ross. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom. Great catch.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Ross. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. He makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Ross. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's King. Caught close to the marker, it's Rivers. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Willis. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll move the tight end. Using his legs, it's Willis. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the 5th oldest venue in college football, Bobby Dodd Stadium.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. To the air, it's King. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Makes the grab on the left. Nice move, creates some space. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll keep it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Scanning the field, it's King. Fires to the middle. It's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They'll try it over the left side. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Willis. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cook. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Gill. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Orange. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They march 78 yards down the field and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The sure hands, it's Rutherford. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wide receiver going in motion. Calls his own number. Look out, he's got room. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Ross. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Willis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Here it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. Go straight ahead. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You have got to be the more physical unit right now.
To the air, it's Kane. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. trying to escape and get it himself. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Ross. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Gill. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control. And you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
He makes a catch. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's Ross Simmons. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.